Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man. Hello and welcome back to another Florida Man YouTube video. I'm Trevor and we are here at Universal Studios Orlando to talk about the new Halloween Horror Nights news. Now you may be asking yourself, Florida Man, it is March. Literally Halloween is what, 7 months from now? Why are you talking about Halloween? Well, first of all, don't be rude, get in your place. But Universal dropped a ton of news for Halloween Horror Nights 2023 and I wanted to talk about it. I'm so excited for Halloween Horror Nights. So let's go jump over to the Five and Dime and take a look at the merchandise. Universal opened the floodgates for the tickets for Halloween Horror Nights this year, and with that came a few things. It came the dates for Halloween Horror Nights. It is starting September 1st compared to last year, which started September 2nd and lasts to the 31st, as well as new merchandise. So let's check it out. Here in the Five and Dime, they released the first line of Halloween Horror Nights merch for 2023. And as you can see behind me, this year's theme is See You in the Fog, which is funny, all things considered, because last year, I don't know if you guys remember, it was Never Go Alone. Now, I don't think this has any reference to what type of houses that we're getting for this year. Last year with the Never Go Alone, it was just kind of like their motto for this year. So if this tells us anything, See You in the Fog is going to be the motto for this year. They have a ton of everything here at the Five and Dime, so let's go through it all. So first we have this shirt. It is $33, and as you can see, it says See You in the Fog, and we have some, I guess, zombies or ghosts. This reminds me of the Nettlewood Cemetery that was actually just beyond those doors. Next up is the mug with the very same design. Inside it has that really nice neon blue. This guy is $16, and on the back, you can see it has the same design as the shirt, with those zombies down at the bottom. Next up is the trucker hat. This guy is $30. Very cool, very cool. And last up we have the candle. This guy is $16. Now Universal's been really pushing the candles, which is nice. So I think they pair with Magic Candle Company, which does a ton of smells. This is not brought to you by Magic Candle Company. I just really like Magic Candle Company, so we gotta give it a smell. Oh. Does not smell like fog, but it does smell like a Michael, so it does smell good. I kind of like this, and it's a pretty good sized candle, so nice, not too bad. Right next to the new line of merchandise, we do have the merchandise for the very first confirmed house, which is the good old Chucky. Now this merchandise has been here for a long time. In fact, this merchandise has been in Horror Nights for the past 2 years now, so this isn't going away anytime soon, but I just wanted to show it off real quick. So starting off first, we have the Chucky lunchbox. Now this reminds me a lot of the first movie, especially the box that Chucky comes in. This one's really cool. Now next to it is a little doll. This guy is $20. Ooh, this guy's $24, $20, and then we have this really nice hoodie. Snitches get stitches from Chucky from, it says Child's Play 2, but he doesn't get the stitches until Bride of Chucky, so like, make it make sense, Universal. Now on the other side you have this old-fashioned Chucky toy from Child's Play 2, as well as these socks from Odd Sock. This is $20, and then right below, this shirt's been in Horror Nights for like the past 3 years. Chucky with Wanna Play, so if you're preparing for Horror Nights, you know, this store is worth coming to. Speaking of preparing for Horror Nights, what can you do to prepare for 2023 Horror Nights? Well, the Florida Men are here for you, so let's talk about it, okay? So first and foremost, I would schedule your tickets. Halloween Horror Nights does sell out, so it's very important to get those tickets early and plan ahead. Usually September is the least busiest time. It's still going to be busy, but compared to October, it is going to be dead. Now there's one thing to keep in mind. This is Florida, and September and October are hurricane season, so please prepare for lots and lots of rain. Every time that we went last year, it poured. Like, not a little bit of rain, like torrential downpour. So prepare for that. And what I would recommend is at least do 2 days. It is possible to do Horror Nights in one night, but the likelihood that it's gonna rain is gonna make it so much harder for you to get everything done. So doing 2 nights alleviates so much pressure, and it lets you enjoy the event just a little bit more. Another way to prepare for Halloween Horror Nights is to ride E.T. Alien Adventure. This is probably the most scariest thing in God's creation. It is filled with demented, sick, twisted, ragdoll looking things, and this will certainly prepare you for anything that, you know, Universal can come up with.
In all seriousness, the best way to prepare yourself is to get a big bowl of popcorn, turn on the TV, and start watching some movies, because Universal has a few IPs up their sleeves. Now, as we said, Universal already announced that there's going to be a Chucky house. This Chucky house will be based on the sci-fi TV show Chucky, which currently has 2 seasons. However, that show is based on the 7 movies, which is Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, and Cult of Chucky. So you gotta watch all of that to prepare yourself just for one house. Just over a week ago, Halloween Horror Nightmares released their very first spec map for 2023. Now, this is a great thing to keep an eye on throughout the season until Halloween Horror Nights start, because they're predicting that there's gonna be a Last of Us house, a Megan house, and an Insidious house. To me, the Megan house makes sense to me, considering we already have a Chucky house, so it would only make sense to have another haunted doll terrorize people during Halloween Horror Nights. Now, Insidious is kind of pushing it for me. I know Blumhouse is also working on a Five Nights at Freddy's house, which I feel like would fit better with the overall theme. But you know, Insidious is a Blumhouse property, and they're most likely going to do a double feature like last year, where it was Black Phone and Freaky. Last of Us, which is an HBO exclusive show, just wrapped up last week. This is definitely a show to watch, even without preparing for Halloween Horror Nights. It's a phenomenal show, and if this is a Halloween Horror Nights house, it is going to blow everything out of the water. It's going to give us a lot of Seeds of Extinction vibes with the fungus, and I really, really hope that this is right. I'm praying to God that this is right. With all that being said, those are the shows and movies I would keep an eye out for. Chucky, Insidious, Megan, and The Last of Us. I'm hoping that this video will get you in the Halloween Horror Nights spirit, and I know we're like, what, 5 months away from Halloween Horror Nights, but I am just so damn excited for this year. So, with all that being said and done, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye. We should keep an eye out for. So besides Chucky, we're gonna cut it. Alright folks, welcome to the bloopers section. We are gonna go through the Halloween Horror Nightmares spec map. Number 1, Chucky, been there, done that, right? Monsters, Dracula versus Phantom. I think this would be a great idea. The freaking Phantom section in Universal Classic Monsters a few years ago slapped, so I would like this. And I like the consistency of having like Universal Monsters each year. Okay, next, moving on. Last of Us, freaking awesome house. If there's a clicker scene, heck yes. I want this house more than anything. Krampus. Now this is where it gets a little fickle, because we kind of seen Krampus before in some houses in Universal Hollywood. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this one quite yet. Now we have Anchor with a rope that kind of looks like a 2 with original underneath. I hope it's not a sequel to Dead Man's Pier. I love Dead Man's Pier, but sequel houses usually are a little rough. I hope that this is a different nautical themed house. That'll be cool. Blumhouse, Megan, Insidious. We just talked about this. Moving on. Lair of the Banshees. Now this is supposed to be original house. I do believe this is based on a scare zone. This would be cool. I know nothing about Lair of the Banshees, so I just hope it's nothing like the witch house that we had last year. Spirits of the Coven, Spirits of the Coven. Devil Dogs, this is in reference to another house in 2018 where it was a cinema. This is one of the sections, Devil Dogs. I think this would be neat. Next up is the Guitar with a Lightning Bolt. Now the interesting thing, folks, is that this does not say original underneath. Now, hear me out, folks. Another musical-based house, very much like The Weeknd, except a different artist. I would love The Weeknd. I would love a Dawn FM house. That would be solid. But hear me out. Ghosts Haunted House. Think about that. So we'll have to see. And lastly, it is another original house written in Japanese. This could relate to Japanese lore or mythology. I think that would be neat. So all in all, it seems like a very diverse year. I just hope that they would kind of streamline it a little bit for more of a Chucky theme. I mean, the Krampus house would fit, in my opinion, I think. The Megan house would fit. Insidious is kind of pushing it. So, I mean, that's a pretty good list. Now, obviously, some houses are going to come. They're going to go. This is going on way too long. That's my thoughts. Okay, bye.